So the Beachhead Expedition for No Man's Sky is finally here, featuring an iconic frigate from Mass Effect universe and other exciting rewards. But the expedition is time limited and may be quite tedious, so I've prepared a guide to help you complete it in under 2 hours. Fast and efficient. This is Aiming for Gaming, and today we're aiming for efficient gaming. To start the expedition, you have two options. You can start a new game in expedition mode, or you can summon the space anomaly from any existing save and run to this terminal. The second option is better, as you can bring resources and technologies with you, or even bring a copy of your starship or multi-tool, which greatly speeds up expedition process. This time you can bring a lot of stuff, so make sure to stop the plague back here to prepare everything. Also, if you start the expedition from your main save, you'll be able to transfer back most of the items you obtained during the expedition. Everything you bring to the expedition will be available at the same terminal within the expedition after you warp for the first time, so the initial mining is inevitable. I'll be starting from scratch in this guide to simulate a new player experience. Also, keep in mind several rules for this expedition. Don't forget to claim rewards for completed milestones, as some of them contain plans for the next milestones. Use the refiner if you need to process anything, and don't install unnecessary modules you get from milestones, as they can be sold for easy nanites instead. If you install a module, its cost reduces to 16, we don't want this to happen. Once you start the expedition, talk to the ship captain and transfer all resources from the freighter storage to your starship. Prepare the atmospheric control unit. You already have chromatic metal and gold, so simply replace wiring loom with repair kit. This will complete all hands on deck. Use 2 new repair kits you got from this milestone and chromatic metal to repair freighter hyperdrive. Then fuel it with a warp cell you also have in your inventory. Board your starship, leave the freighter and destroy 50 asteroids to complete Stardust. Now visit Kurutau Scorched Planet in this system. Land on the planet to complete Away Team milestone. Document 3 species to finish First Contact milestone. Bring the in-game menu, select photo mode there and use the mentioned hotkey to take a photo of this planet. From now on, document plans while traveling, and once you document 13 plans, you will complete the Engine of Life. Now visit Reland Darren Sub-Zero planet in this system and take another photo of the surface. Select Nameless History milestone, place a signal scanner and use it to scan for ruins. Visit the location it reveals and select Seek Knowledge of the Past option to complete it. You will get rewarded with an expensive historical document. Select One Man's Treasure milestone and dig up 3 buried treasures to finish it. Meanwhile, once you walk 2500 units, you'll complete the Pilgrim milestone. Now go in space and fly 100,000 units to complete the Aviator milestone. It rewards you with 10 navigation data. Visit the local space station and request dialect help from 6 locals to complete Linguaphile. Visit the cartographer and buy 2 emergency cartographic data and 3 alien cartographic data. Sell Nip Nip Butts and historical document, then buy 40 salt from the trade terminal. Select Interstellar Rescue milestone and use emergency cartographic data to reveal a distress signal. Visit the marked location and help the pilot by repairing his starship to complete it. Select Fallen Giants milestone and use another emergency cartographic data to reveal a freighter crash site. Visit it and interact with its terminal to finish this milestone. Return to your freighter and install the salvaged hyperdrive upgrade you received from the Fallen Giants milestone into the supercharged slot. Select Rendezvous 1 milestone and use the freighter warp map to teleport to the marked system. This will instantly complete Engage Warp milestone, which gives you a lot of silver and 3 warp hypercores. At this point, you can finally summon the space anomaly and retrieve all the items you transferred from your main save at the expedition terminal. By the way, if you're enjoying the video so far, lending your precious like would be my best reward. Now visit the technology merchant at the local space station and sell all modules you received to complete Quantum Foam milestone. Build a fleet command room in your freighter. Next, if you didn't bring materials to this expedition, buy 7 dihydrogen jellies, 3 carbon nanotubes, 1 metal plating, 100 cobalt and all ferrite dust. Buy all chromatic metal and 25 phosphorus from the traders coming to the space station. Also visit any planet and farm 25 condensed carbon and 20 sodium, then collect 155 mordite from animals and refine 75 mordite into 25 phaecium. Then mine enough materials to get 3 warp cells and 3 antimaters in total, and refine 6 dihydrogen jellies into dihydrogen. Refine cobalt into 50 ionized cobalt and salt into 20 chlorine, then craft 1 ammonite chamba, a fishing rig and 30 spicy chum. Interact with the fleet command room to learn the 50 tons frigate fuel recipe, then craft 3 of them. Now you should have the same stuff as players who prepared these materials in advance. Build a storage room inside your freighter to complete super cargo milestone. Send your fleet for an expedition using the navigator and instantly recall them back at the fleet command room. Repeat this 3 times to complete Called by the Stars in less than a minute. Build orbital exocraft materializer to finish drop protocol and also unlock some other room blueprints. Then build a scanner room to complete the Farseer milestone. Build a double cultivation chamber to complete the air we breathe. Build a teleport chamber to finish across infinity. Now select Rendezvous 1 and reach the portal on the marked planet to complete it. Don't forget to use the signal scanner to find nearby points of interest and activate save beacons there. Interacting with 5 of them will complete Science to Nowhere. Use Spicy Chum and catch 5 uncommon ice-specific fish on this planet to complete Icy Veins. Select Rendezvous 2 milestone. Warp to the marked system, then visit a portal to complete it. Now visit Argy Prime Forsaken planet in this system and take the final photo of the surface to complete Grand Tour milestone. Select Rendezvous 3 milestone, warp to the marked system, then visit a portal to complete it. Follow the same steps to finish Rendezvous 4 milestone and repeat them again to finish Rendezvous 5 milestone. Now select Historiography Lesson milestone, then use 3 alien cartographic data planetary charts and visit 3 respective sites. Pick the Take Dosimeter reading for NADA option all 3 times and this will finish this milestone. Ask Paula at the Space Anomaly for black hole coordinates. Warp to the marked system with a black hole, then enter it. This will teleport you far from the expedition area, where you can successfully warp between systems until you discover 8 of them and complete Uncharted. Go to the Quicksilver Companion at the Space Anomaly and buy a MIF beacon from him to complete Collective Consciousness milestone. This is a community-wide milestone, so if the item is not available yet, wait a couple of days until other players progress enough through the expedition. Use the MIF beacon you bought, warp to a system with a beacon sign and use it once again near the marked structure to finish Echo Through the Ages milestone. Approach the ship in space, process the message and add it to your fleet to complete Historical Paragon, the final milestone in this expedition. Finally, summon the Space Anomaly, visit the Expedition Terminal and press End Expedition. Transfer anything you want to keep to your main save if you started the expedition from there, then finish the expedition. Everything else you own will be converted into units and nanites, and all currency including Quicksilver will be transferred to your main save. If you started the expedition as a new game, completing the expedition will convert it into a regular save, allowing you to keep all your items and currency as is. Either way, you can now claim the expedition rewards from the Quicksilver Companion on as many saves as you like. Cheers!